Hi, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to raise your vibes by stopping the madness. How to raise your frequency by stopping the madness. Or in other words, how to stop the madness by raising your frequency. You know, if you've always wondered why you've been in situations where you've tried so much to dissolve certain things, to end certain things, to attract certain things in your life, and nothing ever happens in spite of everything that you've done, well, if you're one of those people who've been struggling either with a person, a place, or an event that has happened or is happening in your life, and you've wanted so much to just get rid of that thing so you can move on, well, you might benefit from my experience. And you know what? The way I work is when something works for me, definitely I'm one to share. I don't hold back because I know so many people would benefit from the things that are happening in my life that have brought success. And in the same way, I benefit a lot from information and experiences of other people that they share with me that have brought them success. So, hey, this tool worked so much for me and it's the best thing ever. I had been suffering, really suffering, holding on to a situation that was so not me. It was just something that was so unbelievably not something that I really, really wanted. And for some reason, I kept holding on to that situation. And in a conscious and a subconscious way, I tried to use all the spiritual tools that I knew how to eliminate this situation. But on the other hand, in my physical waking reality, I could never let go of this situation until I heard about a tool that finally just removed that rug from under my feet and took that whole situation out of my life. You know, it was just the most shockingly amazing thing that happened. I was even shocked when finally that situation in my life was dissolved. I'm going to make a video about the situation. It's just the most freeing thing to finally have your freedom back because a situation that you've been attracting into your life has been eliminated. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this thing. You know, we are multidimensional beings and we've been here for a long time, and there's certain thought patterns and certain paradigms and certain energies that are running through us on various timelines and on various dimensions and are lodged deeply within the cells of our bodies that still either consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously affect how we operate in the world. So we might be saying that we don't want something in our lives, but because those programs and those paradigms are running deep within us and they're embedded deep within us and they're very, very insidious in the way that they manifest, our lives somehow don't change because we might be speaking one thing and doing the total opposite. And, you know, at the end of the day, seriously, it's really our actions that count. It doesn't matter. I mean, what we say about things, we might want it, but at the end of the day, people will see the actions. It's the fruits that really show the result of whether you're living in your truth or not. And these things are hidden. And anywho, let me tell you, I found out a couple of months ago, and I used that tool effectively, and that's the reason I'm sharing it. If you want to dissolve those frequencies that are running in your life and somehow guiding you through the process of life, unconsciously or subconsciously or consciously, if you want to dissolve those frequencies, this is how to do it. This is how I did it. We have to release those frequencies. And the way I learned how to release them was to just recognize every situation that was appearing in my life that triggered me in some way, shape, or form. So if something is happening in your life that you don't want to happen, and you definitely want to get rid of that situation, look to the root of that situation and dissolve this situation. For example, if you want to quit your job or if you want to quit a relationship, think to yourself, what is the root frequency that I'm holding about this job that's making me say that I want to quit the job and yet I can't quit the job? So maybe you feel that if I quit the job, I'm not going to be supported. Or maybe you feel that, well, if I have that job, subconsciously you're thinking, I'll get some recognition of some sort. I'll be accepted in society. So maybe the frequencies that you're running is that I'm not going to be supported. I don't love myself enough, or I'm not loved enough to be able to do something else with my life other than stick at this job. I won't get recognition from my peers because I don't have a job, or I'm not working the usual 3D kind of job, you know? So those are some of the frequencies you can identify. So once you've identified those frequencies that you're running subconsciously in your mind that are preventing you from leaving this job that's making you so unhappy, so once you've identified those frequencies, then just declare in a very meditative mode, just declare that you're dissolving these frequencies of lack of support, lack of love, lack of recognition that are running or have been running through different timelines of your lifetime, through different dimensions of your lifetime, through different paradigms, through different karmic relationships. In any way, shape, or form that lack of love, and lack of support is showing up in your life through people, places, and events. Take all those frequencies and transmute them into light and love. Eliminate them from your heart, from your body, in every part of your cell that those frequencies are absorbed in every way, shape, or form that anyone from your generation, from your karmic relationships, from your family, in any way that those ideas were introduced to your body, eliminate them from the cells of your body in which they are lodged. Take them out, transmute them into love. Remove them from your system, from every timeline, every dimension, every paradigm, every karmic pattern, every generational timeline, every family affiliation, thought, process, belief, attitude, every way in which it is lodged in your heart. Lack of love, out, transmuted. Lack of recognition, that desire to be loved and recognized, transmuted into light. Whatever fear that is involved, whatever anger, whatever resistance that you have towards the fact that you cannot be loved, you cannot be supported, you cannot find anyone other than the person who's really, really aggravating your life at this particular moment and causing you to not be the person that you're here to be. Transmute all those things into light and allow the love that is, allow that love to come into every timeline in which that issue started, every dimension, every paradigm, every relationship, every place, every event, every memory that previously held the old timelines. Allow love and light to come into those places and fill your heart and fill your cells with the new fresh love and the fresh light. And I'm telling you, something is going to happen. When you delete these frequencies, when you dissolve these frequencies and allow and remove them from your system, from every dimension, every timeline, and do it as consistently as possible, your life is going to change. Something is going to happen. Transmute those negative things out and allow love to come in and replace everything. Let love come in and fill those places and change those places and change that situation. I'm telling you, You will be so surprised. I would be so happy to hear a report from any of you who's watching to tell me how this thing worked for you. And if anything ever comes back into your life, if you do feel an emotional response to anything, if you feel emotional about something or triggered by something someone has said, look at the situation, because the people you meet in life are people who are reflecting back to you things that you should really be looking at or paying attention to. So don't just, say, oh my gosh, I can't believe this person came and said this to me. Ask yourself, what is this person trying to show me? And what is it that I need to deal with that is probably hidden somewhere within me? And then work your magic. Remove that thing, dissolve that frequency that's running in your head subconsciously, unconsciously, or consciously, transmute it into light, replace everything with love, and watch to see the miracles. I tell you, when you raise your frequency in that manner, because when you remove the negativity, your frequency will raise. You'll raise your frequency. And when you raise your frequency, it's very, very difficult for low vibrating things and denser entities, people, places, events to catch up with you. And if they do, look at yourself and start the process again. Your life is going to change. I can say that because it worked for me. I hope it will work for you. I love you guys. Let's raise our vibes, keep it high, and just keep the world shining and moving, because we are multi-dimensional beings and we're here for a purpose, and that is love. I love you guys. See you next time.